Okay, sound is on. So, we actually hit 80 degrees today, which was nice, but it's a little fast for me on the heat. We'll get through it. Orville is doing good. Megan is working on a match for him because he is such a big dog. And the first thing we do when Megan and I get here in the morning is feed the puppies, or all the dogs. So we handle the barn and laundry building, and then we have a crew that handles the Deagle and Nut House and the inside dogs here. And that keeps us busy until about, from 8 o'clock until about right around 9 o'clock. And then we start heading out with dogs. It's also one of the last things we do is feed. And then whoever is down there with Olivia feeding, if I'm doing training talk, Megan will be down there with Olivia. I'll help out until a certain point, and then I come up and do trainer talk, so that we can all be done by 5 o'clock. The dogs like this new weather, and the pond is open now because there's no ice on the pond, so that gives us another exercise area. Which dog is the furthest from being a service dog? That's kind of tough because we have probably 5 right now that are in fine tuning to be matched, and then we automatically drop down to the mid puppies and the puppies. So everybody's kind of on track. With the littlest ones, we're still not sure on the timidness of some of them. But we've got quite a ways to go before we worry about any of that. We give them every opportunity to make it. So they're still pretty young. No, it's not a Metallica shirt. It's a Laconia Raceway shirt. And to tell you the truth, I don't even know where I got it from. Yeah, I'm ready for summer, that's for sure. I've had enough of winter. So my next step will be I'll be in shorts. You'll know it's warm when I go into shorts. Last year I didn't wear shorts one day. This year I'm going to wear shorts. Some of the youngest puppies that are down in the barn, we've actually taken out what we call loose leash training, which is meaning that they've shown that they understand what the leash is and the tension on it, but we do very small, minute corrections. We kind of let them do a little bit of their walking, but when they start to veer off, we give them just a little tug to try to get them to come follow into it. And we go real slow, no real hard corrections, no real quick stops or anything like that. We try to do everything very slow and gingerly so that they don't become afraid of the leash. That's the last thing you want, is for one of these puppies to be afraid of the leash, because then the traumatic experience from that will keep them that way for a good long time, and it's really time consuming to get them, as they get older, not to be afraid of it. So we're very cautious about it, and that's why we're very strict on people putting leashes on dogs that are that small, because it only takes one good snap too hard and that dog will become afraid of that leash, and then we have real problems. And then when the trainers go in to grab that dog, we notice right away that we have a problem. That tells us somebody has done something with a leash on this dog that shouldn't have done it. So we're very cautious and very weary of people at that age, the young puppies, having people put leashes on them. When they get older, they've gone through it enough, have enough experience with it, enough exposure, you can get away with a small mistake like that. But when they're real small like that, you got to be very, very careful. You can really cause a lot of problems. As you can tell, Megan, Olivia, myself get very very careful about people touching the dogs when they get to a certain extent, because it takes us a lot longer to fix a problem than to do it right to begin with. So we're very protective of those little puppies. It makes our job so much easier down the road if we don't have to go back and try to fix things that should have never gone wrong to begin with. It's really a touchy subject here. Introducing dogs, I get asked this a lot. I always put the service dog down the downstay. I bring the other dog in if it will go into a downstay, the pet, put it in the downstay or sit, let them spend about 30 seconds to a minute looking at each other, then let them come into each other, let the pet come into the service dog. They do their little sniffing thing around, and then you let the service dog up, and they figure it out. They figure it out on their own. You're not going to be able to change what's up. Somebody's going to be dominant, somebody's not going to be dominant, and they figure it out. If there's going to be any problems, it's going to happen within the first minute or two, 3 minutes. You correct it, but they're going to have to work it out themselves. There's nothing you're going to do except be able to watch them when they're together all the time if they're having problems. If they're having problems, they got to figure it out themselves and deal with it, and you just monitor it and make the corrections as necessary. Yeah, sometimes I will go into the arena and work with possible applicants, some new recipients. I always ask them, do you mind being on camera? Because I realize the CPs like to see things like that. But sometimes the recipient is so nervous to the point where they almost think these dogs are like porcelain. I have to tell them, you're not going to break this dog, and you're not going to do anything that's going to hurt the dogs so much that it's going to break their training, because I'm going to stop you if it ever gets to that point. But great, they're nervous. They don't know what they're doing. They don't want to look foolish. It's kind of a 50-50 thing. Some of them don't mind it, and some of them do mind it. So if they don't mind it, I usually try to go into the arena just to give everybody a look at what's going on. And you don't get audio in there, but at least you can see some of the things. You'll see my hands going around like crazy trying to explain different things, positioning, pacing, corrections, how's everything. And we train them leash control one certain way. So you have to go with the way we train them, or you're just fighting an uphill battle. And sometimes it takes people a lot longer to figure that out. They either can't figure out what we're saying, or they think they got a better way. Trust me, they're trained this certain way all the way through their training year. That's the way they need to continue, because they understand what that means. And a loose leash means a loose leash. I'm constantly telling people, the recipients, what's your leash? How's your leash doing?
Would he pee on that?
No, I've never had a service dog get away from me, only because I'm very strict on making sure if you ever see me, even when I go from the barn or laundry or Deagle or Nut or anywhere, I put that dog on a leash and bring it to the car and put it in the car, and when it comes out, I do the reverse. Because that's what you're going to do when you get a service dog. So as Carlene has said many times, every time you're handling a dog, you're training a dog. So I stay right with the program. I always put them on the leash. I walk them down to the car. I make them wait a second. I say, okay, load up, because that's the same thing you're going to do as when you get a service dog. You don't want to let your dog just jump out of the car and run into the parking lot where you're going to have problems. You leash the dog coming out before it comes out. Put the vest on when it gets out of the vehicle, when it's waiting, and you do the opposite when it's getting in. You take the vest off, you keep the leash on, you let the dog jump in, you take the leash off, both ways. So I don't give the dog the opportunity to get into a safety situation.
Geez, good.
I wouldn't say introducing a dog to a cat. I have a cat at home who Charlie gets along with great, and Mariah not so much, but they worked it out. The cat tells Mariah what to do, and Mariah listens. Charlie, they don't care. Charlie and that cat can walk by, they could sleep together, it wouldn't matter, but when it comes to Mariah and the cat tells Mariah what's going on, that's just the way it is. But they worked it out. They don't fight. That's all I care about.
Cats don't usually run. If a cat runs, it's in trouble.
Yep.
Cats usually stand and fight.
Yep. But they hold their
The dog,
ground.
if it has any sense, gets out of the way.
Yep,
because
and that's what Mariah does.
a mad cat is bad.
Yep. Mariah's got a couple nicks when we first brought Mariah home, but
Sure.
I mean they don't fight anymore. It's just that when the cat walks by, Mariah steps aside. That's just the way it is. And that's okay. They figured it out. That's what I mean. Usually within the first few minutes of introducing animals together, they're going to figure it out themselves.
It's bad when you pull one away.
Yes.
If you got one on a leash and you pull it away, then the other guy figures I chased him.
Yep.
That's a bad thing.
Okay. I'm already 3 minutes over. Did you get your mail?
I got my mail.
Well, you got mail over there.
At least I have it over there. That's close.
I'll bring it over.
That'll be nice.
We got Miss Laura tonight.
I don't know whether I even have a
We got a bunch of envelopes.
money.
Hopefully it's not bills.
That'll be fine. Oh, there we go. Here she comes. My
You want
assistant,
these boxes too?
chief assistant to the assistant chief.
Yeah. Yeah, I had it put down.
What was it say?
Is that-
She was just afraid you were going to leave.
Oh! That's interesting.
Yeah, there's no way, so you're already now. Adam and Huckett.
Well, at least it's not.
Well, here's one.
Yeah, that's why I'm doing it now.
Fidelity Charitable. That looks hopeful. Okay. Oops. All right. Made it. Fidelity Charitable. $50. Encloses a check, $50. A possible generosity recommendation of the Mira family. Ah. Where it's needed. Okay. Sharon Mineroff. From a very strange place in New Jersey. Holy smokes. Manalapan. Manalapan?
Mm-hmm.
Something like that?
Yeah.
Never heard of it, but that's okay. Thank you for the $50. We appreciate that. We'll put that in the pot and let Linda deal with it. And you can have that. And I can get this one. This is from Megan, Epsom, New Hampshire. Oh, it's an application, okay. Huh. Oh boy, another kid. Okay, I don't think they've been here yet, have they? Huh. Okay, well, we better staple that to that, so we know. Staple. Stapling. Makes you wonder why I did it that direction, right? There you go. Okay. That's not anything supposed to happen. And this is from, I thought it was Sim Mulford, Rochester, New York. What are you looking for? You're going to check the envelope, right? People who are as nice as you should have the nicest Easters too. Happy Easter. Well, thank you very much. Thank you for everything at Service Dog Project. Amazing work you do. Love watching all the cams. They brighten every day. 1 chicken brick. We got it. Okay. And the others for the fun. Okay, we put that in there. And then that goes in the chicken brick department. To be taken care of by Donna. All right, and this is from Susan Hastings, Bridgeville, Delaware. Somehow I always get excited when I hear Delaware. I don't think we have too many Delaware people. Oh. Wishing you a sweet spring and a delightful Easter. Okay. Hi, Carlene. The new puppy is Beauty. Glad it worked out. You got him. My check for 5 bricks is enclosed. Wishing you all have a wonderful Easter. Susan Hastings. Well, that's very nice, Susan. We'll put that in there. And then we'll put this in here. There. And you can have that. Because I have that. And this is from Harold Wanda. Harold Wanda. See what they're eating today. Jimmy Dean. They eat a lot of Jimmy Deans. And it always looks so good. Okay. That one goes there, and then that one goes whoop, there. And then we have Jan Gerhold. And she mailed this on the 7th. She mailed it on the 7th. My humble opinion, Goldie, we got to put that in there. Goldie did an outstanding job. First she got you talking about the kennel. That was Walter and Scarlett came from, and Ann was there to make a call. Then he was returned, and an email arrived offering him to Service Dog Project. Your answer was, of course. Next, Judy was available to go get him. Goldie worked overtime on Wednesday. Judy arrived and got the pup and ran. Unbelievable. 24 hours to Denmark and back again. Unbelievable. Tearing up the flight of stairs as Pretzel. He was able to be in the cabin with her instead of on hold. Oh, during all this time he behaved great. Must have had some good training in Denmark. Thanks to all that trained him and his adventure, and thanks to Judy for her 24-hour trip getting him safely to Service Dog Project. Now he's here and seems to have settled in very well, met the house dogs, and all went fine except for the incident with the time clock. Good luck to everyone training him. I personally think he will be a great addition. Thanks for allowing us to see everything we can. Hopefully, Brown will see his meeting with the athletes and gifts. Okay, 14% of men say they've never replaced the toilet paper roll. I believe that. Any girl can be glamorous. All you have to do is stand still and look stupid. I don't like that one. No, I don't like that one. New study found 25% of couples fight at least once a week about their partner's use of social media. I didn't have any problem with that. My husband didn't use any social media. Okay. Whitaker. That must be Marcia M. I don't like any nonsense in there. You're gonna
It's
check
all
the
right,
name.
Grace.
I know, but it's not supposed to upset the mother today. Oh. Things that upset a terrier may virtually be unnoticed by a Great Dane. That's about true. Have a beautiful Easter and springtime. Seriously, Marcia Whitaker. Thank you very much. She gets that one, and this goes in here. And that goes in here. That goes in there. Farm family. I don't know. Looks like a check, but I doubt it. Well, maybe it is. Oh my, would that be exciting? Well, I spent, what, $5,000 on the electrical problems? And I sent it to the insurance company. Let's see what they said. What? We've now received a claim reported for the loss of hearing aid. Oh, they're not paying anything on this. Unable to compensate you for your loss. They're going to take me 2 pages to say this.
I'm gonna pay for the society.
Well, also, I can't tell you how much, I don't know if I can or not, but thousands and thousands of dollars I pay in insurance. Unbelievable. Joan and Charlie Beaton. Good. God protect everybody at Service Dog Project. Here we go. Oh! Charlie is on day 21 of the shingles. He's miserable. No, he didn't get a shot. Wow. Hi to all at Service Dog Project. Hope you all have a happy and blessed Easter, Joan and Charlie. One brick, chicken brick. Okay, thank you very much. Oh, the shingles. I don't know. I better get it. Need the shingles on top of everything else. Ipswich Utilities. And Harold Wand again. Harold Wand again. Something from real leaves, never from powder, and never from sugar. I don't know what that's all about. Brewed from real leaves. It must be tea leaves. Huh. Okay. Okay. And I think that's all I have here. That goes in there. Maybe ordered something now. Put that there. And that goes up there someplace. Oh! Spin life goes in there. There's a candy man something or other. Sometimes that's kind of fun to look at. Okay. And here we have something. I don't know. I don't know who it's from. Yes, I do.
Bought it?
Oh, this is a long-distance thermometer. That's a good box for us. Yes, this is hopefully the end of my problem with the roast beef. It's a long-distance thermometer. Huh. Remote food thermometer. There we go. Well, doesn't that look like fun? Fun! Maybe the dog can play with that. I'll put that over there. Well, doesn't that look like fun? Okay. We'll figure that out later. Next, the peanut factory. What goes with that one? And this is from somebody, Shirley, Cedarburg, Wisconsin. So it's a fun box of toys. We have toys to play with. We have toys.
For Sizzle and Watson.
Okay. And then we have something else here. Oh, it's cute. That's a cute one.
Baby toys.
That's for the little baby. And we have another one. Oh, boys. Ooh. Ooh, that's kind of weird. Feel that one.
Oh, these are,
What
it
is
lights
this?
up, too.
Grab a bubble crystal wand. We'll have to play with that later. Oh, there's a couple of them in here.
Whoop, see, it lights up.
Oh, there you go. Oh. Okay.
They're blinding.
Good. That's wonderful. This goes in there. And then we have Grace. Spring is here. That's for Grace.
Window decal stuff.
Huh?
They stick on windows.
Oh, okay. Here's the thing for me. Oh, there's a cheese slicer.
They're fun. Ready? It did light up. Oh, that one.
Wait a minute. What's going on? What are you throwing around over there? Oh, my
You gotta
goodness.
shake it, it'll work.
Happy Easter, congrats on the new puppy. He's a very handsome young fellow. Seems to be adjusting very well. Glad to see that Sizzle accepted her little brother. Thank you for the monkey fist and poker chips you sent last month. They've been put to good use. Sending cheese samples from Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Huh. My husband and I went to 2 different cheese factories. You can taste of both cow and goat cheeses. Included a box of packages from Linda Kay and Grace. Also toys for the human kids. I'll put this one in there. Thank you for allowing us to witness the wonderful things your staff and volunteers do. You have to be the nicest people in the world. A lot of people would disagree with that one. Best wishes to Misha and her upcoming labor. May her labor be short and pups healthy. Shirley from Wisconsin. Silent CP since 15. Okay, you can have that one. And then she gave me this egg thing, too. I don't know how to do it. I don't understand it.
There's a note on the back.
Note on the back. Happy Easter. Enjoy the card. Oh! Try that one again. Is that a thing?
Yeah, I've heard that.
That's a hymn or something. I've
Mm-hmm.
heard that before in my life.
That looks like a fancy letter opener.
Yep, put that over there in case it decides to sing some more. And we have a cheese slicer. That's kind of fun. Okay. And then we have more things here. No, that's not working. Let's try this one first. Holy
That
smoke.
look, I think that's the cheese. They sent cheese.
That's why they sent a cheese slicer.
Yeah.
How about that? Here we go.
You want to open
Ah,
this?
that's a thermos. Yeah. Oh, yeah, we have to open that. Get another one. And that's for Grace. Oop, missed. That's Grace's. This may
There you go,
be,
Grace.
this may be Grace's too. Oh, this is, wait a minute. Wait a minute. This does something weird. Better give this to Grace. Oh, and the peeps. And the peeps. And this is Linda Kay. And this is for Linda and Grace.
That's for Linda. That's
Let me get that out. Uh-oh. And then there's a rubber ducky.
It's got cheese. I wouldn't know what this does.
It lays an egg. We gotta know how to do it, though.
Oh. You think they know, though.
Some will, no? Let me get into this. Let's see this way.
There's a zipper.
Zipper. Okay. Wow, Wisconsin cheese. It's cool. It's still packed. Wow. Okay, look at that. What do you got in yours? Different ones. Huh. Wow, okay. It's cool. You better put it in the icebox, though. Better put it in the icebox. We'll figure it out later. Ah. Oh, boys. Ah. Okay, that's something saying that I paid for Watson. Oh, this is blowing. What are you doing in there?
No, mine's better.
Oh my God! Isn't that something
Isn't that
else?
funny? I love it.
Yeah, I would think so. That's you put the eggs in when you collect
Eggs,
it,
they're
right?
good eggs.
Unbelievable. Isn't that cute?
The chickens will be jealous.
That's all handmade too.
It
isn't
is, it's crochet.
Wonderful.
From
What a
Shirley.
cute thing.
I know.
Well, we expect to see you wearing that.
Yeah, hopefully I don't poop on it.
Just wash it off.
I know, it's washable. Very cool.
Isn't that funny? Okay. Are they all those full?
Yeah.
Or are there just some?
One of them, no, they also have some, an egg on it. This one fell out, I think. It must be in the bag.
That's a riot. That's a riot. I like that.
Yeah.
That's very nice.
You might have to do it for a calendar.
There you go.
You put little puppies in here.
No,
Little tiny one.
Well, tiny one. Maybe a little gooey. That's cute. I like that. Well done.
Thank you.
That's cute.
Ready for questions?
Sure.
I put the cheese in the fridge.
Okay. Money. What's this in my room? Oh, what a mess. What a goose I am. That's ginger ale. Hi. Good girl. That's a good girl.
Have you ever fed the older pups like the young ones in a group? Would they eat only from their bowls or go for another's bowl?
Huh? Have you ever fed the older pups like the younger ones in a group?
Yes.
Yeah, we feed the older ones two at a time, though, generally, down there, don't we?
Yeah. But as they grow up, they just get split up because...
It's easier to have two at a time. I don't know. I can imagine a couple people, we could make them all behave.
Yeah.
They'd stay focused on the food dishes.
And from when they're young pups, they're trained not to go into someone else's dish, so they wouldn't.
Could help bring dogs, like when they pick up dogs and drop them off again, we can run them, when somebody's up here, once we get the kennels clean, we can walk some of these dogs down to the tail.
Is there anything there at all?
Mm-mm.
Huh.
The
Ode to
song in the...
Joy.
Yeah,
Aha.
it was Ode to Joy.
Okay. Now what's on?
Someone's phone. How many employees are there at SDP?
I think we have 14. Somebody counted last time.
Is that Misty in the house again tonight?
Yeah.
Can we use file folders?
Huh?
Can we use file folders?
No, I don't think so. I don't think we need much of. Send the postage. Don't send the postage.
She'll be back, I guess. Oh gosh.
Where, I'll have to Google it.
She's coming. What's for dinner?
I don't know. I hope something. I have no idea.
I think Pam has something in mind. How is Misha?
She's fat.
She's good. Okay. What's the best route that I go?
Did Watson go outside to play today?
Yep. Can't you tell? He's over there sound asleep.
They're wondering if I'm any closer to deciding what I want to do when I graduate. I've kind of gone the path of most likely nursing.
Really? How come?
It's my most interesting class. I'm very interested in all of that stuff.
To be a nurse, you have to be organized. You're organized. You have to put things back where they belong and things like that.
I
Yeah.
have shoes in my car so they can at least put shoes on my shoes.
She was asking about file folders for poo pickers.
File folders. I don't think so. I don't think we need them.
We'll join it.
When will we start taking Misha's temperature? We took it today and it's 100 point what?
100.5.
0.5.
Okay.
Oh, can you use
What?
can you use file folders as poo pickers?
We could, but we got a lot of them already.
Yeah,
Cereal boxes are good.
yeah.
Cereal boxes have a little bit of fuzz on the bottom, which wipes the floor.
Why don't new moms have ultrasounds to be sure all the pups are birthed?
What?
Why don't new moms have ultrasounds to make sure all the pups are birthed?
Well, you don't do ultrasound to make sure they're birthed.
Pictures.
Problem again. You do an X-ray. Okay? Let me pull up.
All right.
Okay?
Bye.
Bye.